It's the kind of story that feels almost too painful to be real. When you hit rock bottom, you find out who your friends are. But what happens when you feel the whole system is against you, while a colleague seems to sail through the exact same storm without a scratch? For decades, Eamonn Holmes has been a comforting, familiar face on our screens. He's the stalwart broadcaster, the man with the twinkle in his eye, the one who, alongside his wife Ruth Langsford, felt like part of the family. But the Eamonn Holmes of today is a man pushed to his limits. In a moment of staggering honesty, the 65-year-old GB News presenter has unloaded years of pent-up frustration, pain, and a raw sense of injustice. And his target? None other than his former ITV colleague, the queen of morning TV, Lorraine Kelly. This isn't just some petty celebrity spat. This is a story of financial ruin, devastating health battles, and a man who feels he's being punished for the one thing he values most, his authenticity. In a furious, heartbreaking rant, Eamonn has revealed the true cost of his nightmarish, decade-long fight with the taxman, a battle he claims has cost him over £1 million, forced him to sell 2 beloved homes, and left him wrecked and still owing £250,000. And the match that lit this fire? The fact that Lorraine Kelly faced a similar ordeal and won. The bombshell claim, she's not really Lorraine Kelly. Speaking to the Belfast Telegraph, Eamonn didn't hold back, drawing a direct and bitter comparison between his case and Lorraine's. He explained the core of his fury. Lorraine, he claims, managed to swerve the massive tax bill by arguing that the Lorraine Kelly we see on TV isn't a real person. Lorraine Kelly is deemed to be freelance because she's not really Lorraine Kelly. Eamonn explained, the frustration palpable in his words. She's an actress who plays the part of Lorraine Kelly, she said. And once you have a defense, you have to stay that defense. This, right here, is what cuts Eamonn to the core. For him, his entire brand, his entire life, has been built on being real. The Eamonn Holmes we see on TV is the same man who goes home at night. He's not playing a character, and in his eyes, he's being financially crucified for it. I would say, I'm an actor who plays the part of Eamonn Holmes, except I'm not, he stated bluntly. I'm the same off-screen as I am on screen. There's no different persona with me, and that's the way it is. Can you feel the injustice he feels? He's essentially saying that while he was penalized for being genuine, another presenter allegedly used a performance defense to protect themselves. It's a claim that stings, suggesting a system that rewards artifice over authenticity. The devastating cost of his honesty. This isn't just professional jealousy. Eamonn's outburst comes from a place of deep, personal and financial trauma. He detailed exactly what this battle with HMRC has cost him, and the numbers are staggering. He claims the entire ordeal has cost him more than £1 million. Let that sink in. A 7-figure sum that has, by his own admission, wrecked him financially. To pay the bills, Eamonn was forced to sell 2 properties that held deep meaning for him. He sold his beloved house in his home city of Belfast. He also had to sell a property in Portugal, likely a place of escape and relaxation. Imagine the stress, selling your homes, places filled with memories, not out of choice, but because you're being chased for a debt you feel is unjust. And the nightmare isn't even over. After selling off these major assets, Eamonn revealed he still owes a staggering £250,000. It's a shadow that hangs over him, a relentless pressure that seems to have no end. He refers to the HMRC as thieving, the word of a man who feels utterly betrayed and cornered. The government, he explained, came after him, saying he could no longer be deemed self-employed and demanded 10 years of backdated tax and national insurance. Kicked while he was down, a body in chronic pain. What makes this entire financial nightmare so much more heartbreaking is the context in which it happened. This wasn't just a bad year. This tax battle hit Eamonn at the absolute most vulnerable time of his life. While he was fighting this catastrophic financial war, he was simultaneously fighting a losing battle with his own body. For years, Eamonn has been suffering from debilitating, chronic back pain, the result of 3 slipped discs. The pain became so severe it impinged on his sciatic nerve, dramatically affecting the mobility in his right leg. This is the man we knew as a commanding presence on screen, now struggling just to move. In 2022, he underwent high-stakes spinal surgery in a desperate attempt to find relief. But the recovery has been brutal and slow. Over the last year, fans have watched with concern as the veteran broadcaster has become increasingly frail. He's been seen using a walking aid and often relies on a wheelchair to get around. He has spoken openly about his struggles with mobility, the daily pain, and the toll it has taken on his mental health. Now, picture it. You're in constant physical agony. You just had major surgery on your spine. You're facing a future where your mobility is compromised. And that is when the thieving HMRC, as he calls them, comes knocking, demanding a sum that effectively wipes you out. It's hard to imagine a more stressful, terrifying scenario. It's a perfect storm of physical, mental, and financial anguish. A company in the red. As if the personal financial crisis wasn't enough, the pressure is mounting on the business side too. Recent reports show his company, Holmes & Away, which handles his broadcast earnings, has racked up a six-figure debt. Figures uploaded to Companies House show the firm was £22,850 in the red for 2024. More alarmingly, annual accounts showed the TV host had creditors of almost £150,000 to pay. While he did get a corporation tax rebate of over £39,000, the numbers paint a bleak picture of a man under immense financial strain from all sides. A tale of two presenters. Eamonn's raw honesty throws a harsh light on the precarious nature of freelance life, even for those at the very top. But at the end of the day, his fury seems laser-focused on one thing: the perceived double standard. Two beloved presenters, both colleagues at the same network for years, both facing the same challenge from the taxman. One, Lorraine Kelly, reportedly wins her case by claiming her TV persona is an actress playing a friendly, relatable role. The other, Eamonn Holmes, who prides himself on being exactly who he is, loses. And he doesn't just lose, he loses his homes, his financial security, and his peace of mind, all while his body is failing him. You don't have to be an expert in tax law to understand the human emotion here. It's the cry of a man who feels the system is fundamentally broken. It's the pain of someone who believes his integrity has been used against him, leaving him to pick up the pieces of a life wrecked by a fight he never felt he should have been in. What do you make of it all? Is Eamonn right to be so furious, or is this just the unfortunate outcome of two very different legal cases? One thing is for sure, behind the familiar smiles of breakfast television, there are real-life battles being fought, and for Eamonn Holmes, the war is far from over.